it blew me away when I first saw it. And I was like, what is even actually, like, are they really doing this right now? Hattie Meowers, and welcome back to the BlushCat podcast. My name is Mimi, and welcome to part 5 of the PLAVE episode.
It's what you've all been waiting for. I mean, it's what I've been waiting for. I was banned from watching more PLAVE live streams until we talked about PLAVE live streams because there were getting to be too many PLAVE live streams to talk about.
Not necessarily true, but you were heavily cautioned to not consume any more PLAVE live streams because, yeah, we already have so many that we've seen, so many that we could cover because, honestly, we haven't come across a bad one that we would have nothing to say about. So, yeah, you know how this works if you've heard our other PLAVE episodes, and if you haven't, you can check out our playlist on our YouTube channel, listen to all of those, and then, join us back for this one. We're already on part 5. We get carried away when talking about PLAVE. That's just how it works. It's a natural plea process. You can't help but have that happen. So today's topic is live streams, as you heard.
Yeah, and honestly, I think we could do one, and we talked about it before, we could do one whole episode probably just on one of these live streams.
Oh, yes.
But I'll try to keep it to only maybe 30% of the episode.
Yes, and so as I said, we have seen a good bit of PLAVE live streams at this point, but we have not even come close to seeing them all.
Not even scratched the surface.
Literally, there's just so much content there. It's impossible for us to talk about everything you might want to hear us talk about, but we're going to just be sharing what makes PLAVE live streams good and casually talk about some of our favorite moments, favorite things that have happened in their live streams because PLAVE are iconic. They're all funny. It's always a good time. So let's begin. Okay, so I will just start by mentioning a classic live that actually did come up in part 4 when we talked about PLAVE content, and that would be the 4th place dance battle live. I just feel like it's too iconic to go without mentioning. This is from June 26th, 2023, and I don't know why, but I really thought that this live was from the end of the year, not June, but I'm pretty sure I was reading it right when I when I went back and checked for reference. But this is we already basically did talk about what they do in the content episode, but Eunho, Yejun having a dance battle to see who is the 4th best dancer in PLAVE, and Hamin is the judge, and we have secondary judging from Noah and or Bamby that are calling in, and it's just really, really hilarious, and it's one of their earlier lives, so there's a lot of glitching that happens that makes it even more hilarious.
Yeah. I guess because you said that, I realize I do have something on my list that is already been talked about and mentioned. I'll just bring that up right now as well.
Okay.
It's the Bamby Hamin, I don't know, Suika game live. They're doing dance challenges or dance covers at the beginning, but then they're playing the watermelon game. That's from November 30th, 2023. And it doesn't have the best, the most comprehensive subtitles on it if you're, needing subtitles to watch it. But they are there. They're just kind of maybe don't get everything, and they're kind of slightly lagging at some parts and stuff, I think. So it's not, it can be a little rough in that aspect, but I really liked the dancing part at the beginning. I really like the vibes overall. And then when they're playing the watermelon game, if you guys like to watch that game, I think it's just really like they're so invested and so locked in that it's really fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I think that we need to talk about the beach trip, the Healing Live. This one is a more recent one. It's from July 31st, 2025. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You may be thinking, beach trip in a live stream from PLAVE, a virtual K-pop group? Yes. Like, yes. So you go ahead and explain kind of what happened.
Yeah, so this is kind of like the epitome of, you know, the reason that you need to talk about PLAVE live streams. Because, like, already you've got, like, funny content, you know, interesting content. But when they have lives where they will literally go, like, all out in a way that you're like, I didn't even really know that this could work like this, but the immersion is top tier.
Yes.
So they start in a camping car, you know, like a van that's going to take them to the beach. And you're getting a perspective of like they're sitting in the car for a road trip and playing some games and stuff like that. And then you get the perspective of them showing up at the beach, and then it's just like sand, sun, waves, you know, they get in the water.
You know BlushCat's beach episode that we did?
Yeah.
It's those vibes.
Yes.
Like, exactly. It's literally like you're watching an anime beach episode.
Yeah, they made a beach episode, which is just like so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes from like day to night, and then they have like a campfire. Like, it's just I don't even know if you can imagine what it's like if you haven't seen it. Like, I feel like you're like, oh, okay, so there's like a screen behind them that looks like the beach, and they're like pretending that they're at no. They are like I'm telling you, the immersion, it's 200%, it's 5,000%.
It literally feels like I forgot as I was watching that I was watching a virtual group. I felt so much like I was watching just people at the beach.
I think it's the most immersed I've ever been watching PLAVE content ever before. Like, and this is their first time that they're doing this, and it's live. It's a live stream. But I was like, they are barefoot. Like, these are people that are walking around in sand, they're barefoot, and they're playing volleyball or whatever. Like, all, like, it just, it was real.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the, like, specific things that were just really making it extra great. I'll start with the pool floats, the inner tubes. Okay, like, that whole thing was so funny, and then like going into the water and sitting on the floats.
Their hair got wet.
Yes, the wet hair.
Like, if they dunked their heads in the water, quote unquote, then their hair got all like wet, and then if they shook their head, their hair would dry out. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And also how as the sun was starting to set, their like face changed. Like, it looked like they were getting a little bit of like a sunburn or like a sunset glow, and that was really nice. But like the whole aspect of them going into the water and playing in the water was so funny. Like, when Bamby was pretending to drown, that was hilarious. Like, that was so funny. He did such a good job, and he was being like dragged out. Like, that was really funny. And Noah, like, he kept swimming, but it's like you gotta like push yourself on the ground because obviously they're not really in water. But it was just so funny.
Yeah, it's so good because not only do all of the like visual elements and effects look so good, but their role play is so good too. Like, and they're I feel like they were locked in the whole time, you know? Like they're like would think about those things and be like, you know, oh, like, you know, get out of the water now.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I want to take it back to when they were in the RV
Okay.
briefly. Because them playing games in the RV was really fun. But also the bathroom,
Oh,
the
yeah.
RV bathroom, and how they were like trying to be like, oh, like, yeah, I'll go into the bathroom to change. Like, classic, so funny. I don't know how they have things set up in order to like keep track of everything, you know, in their space.
Right.
And make it always be so like seamless for them to be like looking out the window of the RV and be like, oh, over there. Like, I don't know how they do that, but it's also awesome.
Yes, yes. I so agree. I'm going to be saying the same thing over and over in this episode, like I probably do in every other PLAVE episode. Like, they're just so funny. It's just so perfect. I love it so much. Like, that's gonna be said a lot, so just prepare yourselves. But if, like, once again, like, I'm sure we brought it up in the other PLAVE episodes, but you talked about like the role playing part of it. I don't like, if they weren't them, if they weren't the way they are, it would not be working as well. Like, they just know what to do, and they're able to just do it so perfectly in such a perfect way that makes everything so perfect.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like they already have such good music and choreography, and like that whole aspect of them is so good, but like also the content aspect of them would be so, like, if they were just content creators and didn't sing and like they weren't idols, it would still be so good. Like, it would be so good to watch them just as content creators, but the fact that they're so good at both of those things is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because they could just do, like, they could have just been like YouTuber type people, streamers, and you never like, they never sang or danced, and it would still be such good content. There are a couple other elements that I want to talk about.
Me
Is there?
too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to talk about the sand drawing and the fact that they actually were able to make it look like, you know, the sand was becoming imprinted. And like, we've seen them do that with snow a little bit before. So it's just so cool how they can make that actually look like it's doing something. And I want to talk about the sparklers.
Yes, the sparklers. Oh wow, that was such a good time.
Yeah, you go ahead, talk about it.
It's just, they had these sparklers, and like they're pretty, and like it's fun that they had sparklers, but the fact that Uno can have the fire effect when he opens his hand was utilized umpteen times over, to just really build on that immersion even more, you know? It was like, he's like, okay, who wants their sparkler to get lit up? I've got fire. And he like gives them fire, and then anytime the sparklers went out, he's like, oh, you know, more fire? You need more fire? And like they just kept relighting the sparklers like 5,000 times.
Yeah.
And Uno was like ready every time.
It was literally like second nature to just know that, okay, like, yeah, I have the fire ability, so let me light the sparklers back up. It's
it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was gonna say? I was gonna say about that whole like same time.
Oh yeah,
that they had the sparklers. I just also appreciate that, like, PLAVE is really bringing us everything, because it was such a good and funny time, but they also had that time when they had the sparklers and it was nighttime now, and they're like having their chat, and like, you know, their deep healing chat, which was like emo time but also healing time even more. And it's just like, I like when groups are able to do that, because it like shows the members like real feelings, and it provides that connection even more to like make it be like, okay, yeah, like these are real people behind this. And it's like, you know, the members are getting closer with each other, the members are getting closer with the fans. It's just a nice bonding time.
Yeah. And I hate how like after every single thing you say, I'm like, yeah, and it's crazy because but we have to remember also the fact that that was all done live. So like they transitioned from that RV time to the beach time. They like took photos, all that, and then to like playing foot volleyball, like fun game time, and then to the healing time fireside chats, but also with Eunho being prepared, second nature with the fire, like all live. None of that was like none of that was like edited together pieces. It was like, okay, now we're switching, we're gonna do this part. It just flowed right from one thing to the next.
Yeah. And once again, it really showed each of the members' personalities, like the way Bamby was kind of just like sitting back and like taking everything in, and like honestly Noah was about to fall asleep but like he was still like in it, like you could tell he was still listening and stuff. Like just, I don't know, everything about that entire live is so funny and good and nice.
Yes. I want to just give a final shout out to the, like you already said, the sand drawings. The sand, just like the way that it looked, and the water, the way that it moved, like very cool, those effects. And the heart hole in the sand.
Yeah.
That was
photo
fun.
time.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Every time that they like do photo time in a live and they like turn the camera and you see like more world, I'm always like, oh my god, like it's so cool how it's like they're quote unquote in a space, you know, it's like not a backdrop.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, that is such a wonderful live. We recommend everybody checking that out. I would like to now discuss sort of a series of lives that I did very, very briefly mention in our content episode before we decided to turn it into just a content episode and then have a separate one for live streams. But the show and prove concept live streams are really iconic in general, and they're some of my favorites of the ones that we have seen. So I don't know if there were like more instances in lives that we just didn't see yet, but I can think of 3. And so there is the Yejun Eunho Hamin live from April 10th, 2025. Then there's the Noah Bamby Eunho live from April 17th. And then there is the Earth Day April 24th, 2025 live with everybody. And I think that's kind of the main show and prove saga or like trilogy, you know?
That's what I would think.
Okay, so the concept of show and prove, I'll try to explain it. I feel like you're so much better at explaining things though, so maybe you'll need to take over. But it, like, you know, it originated by the members saying that they could do some ridiculous, usually, thing, and then the like staff is like, oh, okay, well, you said like last week that you could do this thing, so here we have it all set up for you. Go ahead, show us and prove to us that you can do what you said you could do. And you know, a lot of the times, I don't know if it was every single time, like, but I know a lot of the times it was them on Weverse saying that as the other members were doing a live, and they were like watching and being like, oh, I could do better than he's doing right now. I could do it with my eyes shut. That type of thing.
Yeah, like it was one of the members making a really bold claim, but like I feel like for most of the time it was making a really bold claim and then like doubling or tripling down.
Yes.
Like it wasn't just like, oh, I could do that with my hands tied behind my back. It was like, no, I could. I could. I'll do it. I will show you. I can do it with my hands tied behind my back.
Yeah.
Thinking that they would never have to show it, maybe. But they did have to show it.
And I absolutely love that.
Yes.
It's so hilarious that they actually made it somehow work so that they could actually have to try and prove that they could do that, or, you know, fail and be wrong about their ridiculous claim. And it was also, some of the stuff was like pulled from like very old lives or something like that they had said. So the Yejun and Ho Hamin live, I don't remember like a whole bunch of specifics about it, but I know that the talking part at the beginning was very funny and enjoyable as well. Like they were saying a lot of like interesting and like sort of, you know, I don't know, questionable maybe anecdotes.
Yeah, that was the one where they were sitting on the basketball court, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive us that like pretty much all of this stuff it's been sort of some time since we've watched these things, unless it's the newest things that we're talking about. Like some time has passed because, you know, we have prepared for this episode for quite some time. So we'll remember them as best we can. But if there's like, you know, tiny extra little tidbits, we probably don't remember them off the top of our head.
Yeah. But like the second half of the live involved them playing the drumming game. And I think this is where some of like the claims originated.
The drumming game, if you don't know, it's like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, but it's like just drumming, and it's like
it's popular in Japanese arcades.
Yeah, it's not like a drum set drumming. It's like some other kind of drum.
It's like one singular drum.
Yeah. So the first time that they're playing this drumming game in this April 10th episode that we're talking about, they're using, I mean, I'm assuming that they're using controllers and they're like drumming. It's not like a full arcade setup. It's just, you know, controllers, move your hands, drum, you know, there you have it.
But the next week is after Noah has made the claim that he could play the drums with his feet and do better.
Yes. And so, you know, initially I'm hearing that and I'm thinking, I don't know how he could or would do that, but also I don't really know how he's going to prove that. Like, are they going to attach controllers to his feet or something? Like, what's going on there? But that's not what they did. They got like, I mean, I don't know what they got, but somehow it's more of a drum setup. It's like they're going to have to actually drum.
Like, I believe that they just got the traditional, like, setup that it can be with the drum. But, like, they have also rendered a drum, so it also looks like the drum is there now. Before, it was just, like, empty air. But now there's actually a big drum there.
Yeah, because like sometimes they like use the computer, but they're like, we have an invisible computer today because like you can't see the computer. But sometimes, like in another episode we're going to talk about, you can see a computer. So yeah, in the drumming with the feet one, you see the drum, and they literally have to like perch on stools with their legs up onto the drums. And drum with their feet, playing the same game that they were playing before when Noah was watching, and he said, yeah, I could do better if I was using my feet.
Yeah. But also in that live, they do the typing quiz, and I thought that was really funny. And they also play the Pikachu volleyball game, and they play a horror game. So that one's a pretty good one. Like, there's a lot going on in that. But the Pikachu volleyball game is leading us into the Earth Day live, which is, like, you know, more show and prove. because Yeojun, he claimed that he could play the Pikachu volleyball game with his elbows. And so they actually did get like a big keyboard so that it would technically be possible to hit the keys with his elbows. And it was so intense and so hilarious. Once again, sorry, but like it just was literally so funny. They were all so in it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like, I love how competitive they are and how invested they are with, you know, it's never like going to be a problem, but like they all like really care to want to prove.
Yeah. Yeah. And they had like the lines were at stake.
Yeah.
That
and,
was funny.
You know, mark it off on your bingo card. And it's crazy because all of these lives happened within a week of each other.
Yeah.
So like one person was like, I could do that this way, and then they like prepared it for the next week, and then they're like, I could do it this way, and then they prepared it for the next week and just had it ready to go. Like,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. But also in that live, like the whole concept of that live was really great as well. Because it was Earth Day, they had a strong concept of, okay, like energy, right? We need to conserve energy. I said conserve like with like a Z. And so they had like the members take turns powering the I guess like you could call it set by, you know, pedaling on a bike that was set up, and you could actually see the members sitting on like the exercise bike and trying to keep the lights on.
Yeah, like, have you ever played Mario Party? The Mario Party bike mini game where, you know, you have to light up the light bulb. Like, it was that. It was like, okay, it's your turn, and like if they were pedaling on the bike a little bit, the room would light up a little bit, and the faster that they pedaled, the more the room would light up. And if they pedaled a whole bunch, it would activate like party disco time mode.
Yeah.
And there would be music, and there would be like party lights and stuff. It was so good. And they were like challenging themselves to be like Eunho was like really invested in like making sure that he proved that like he could do a good job.
Yeah.
You know? So like it just had so many fun elements to it. And Bamby's ending song.
Yeah.
There was just it's like at every turn, at every moment, it's like, wow, that's so good. Oh wow, I can't believe that person thought to do that there. Oh wow, I can't believe the staff thought of that. Like, everything is just incredible all the time. This is why we needed an episode all on its own for the live streams.
Yeah. And when, you know, we cycle back, like, we've decided we're probably most likely just going to have like, you know, never ending PLAVE episodes. And so like I don't know if we'll always like keep the same order. Like it'll probably just be whatever topic when, but we'll probably have to talk about live streams more because there's so many and we can't talk about all of the funny moments like I said at the beginning.
It's like we have to have like comeback episodes, you know, because it's like, okay, there are a whole bunch of comebacks, let's talk about them, and now there are comebacks, let's talk about them. It's gonna be that same way with PLAVE, where it's like we can't just stop talking about all of the awesome things that they do, so we're gonna like gather up enough stuff to talk about and then have to talk about them again.
Yeah. But you mentioning Bamby's ending song is a great transition to the May 1st 2025 live with Chase CEO and the game that they played and the office concept for the Labor Day in Korea.
Yes, and I love, everybody knows this about me. You can tell through BlushCat or maybe my channel as well, except maybe not so much anymore because I've gotten lazy. But I love a good on theme, on brand episode. So like Earth Day, they're like, we'll do something for Earth Day. And then Labor Day, they're like, Office RP. So I just love that just in general. But also you've heard us talk about it with other groups as well. Office RP content from idol groups is always so classic. Like it's the same with PLAVE. They did not disappoint.
Not at all. Like this one, once again, literally top tier PLAVE live.
And it's live. Remember
And
that, guys?
it's live.
It's live.
Yes, that is just so, like the way they were so in character is just like Academy Award. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was superb. And so you also mentioned like this is an instance of them having rendered computers.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. Like I loved how each of the computers was different too. Like
the intern with the bad one and stuff.
like it's just so funny.
And you could see what was on their screens.
Yeah, like what
So
are we
cool.
doing here? Like how many staff members do they have?
I know,
How
it's
long are
crazy.
they working?
God bless the tech company.
But so yeah, like if you have seen another K-pop group do an office skit, you probably know what this live might entail. Like they didn't skip anything. They did it all. They made the PowerPoints, and that was really funny. But obviously a highlight was Bamby switching from him being the intern and him being the CEO.
Yes, a quick outfit change in the blink of an eye, if you will, is all it takes for him to play two characters in one live stream. And it was so funny because like him and everyone else, like they were all so good at like immediately, you know, adapting. He was adopting the switch and they were adapting to the switch in like such a flawless way.
Yeah.
And like
literally like 1 second he's the intern, the next he's the CEO, and like the way his mannerisms,
yes.
like is that what you're just gonna say?
Kind of, yeah.
Like they were able to completely just match what they needed to be.
Yes, like he would change his whole posture and everything. It's like, okay, so you're also an incredible improv actor.
Yeah.
Because
like,
RP is one thing. Like that's like, well, like I say in the terms of like what I've seen on the internet of people are just using their voice, you know, and they like have to think about what they're going to say for their character. But his posture, his body, he's acting as well with his body. And it's like, it's just so immersive and so perfect. And I was so surprised at how like all of the people, you know, like if everybody is looking at him, like he's not changing outfits for real, you know? So, but like they would always like the second he changed, they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like and they would just like react to it perfectly.
yeah. And just like everybody's like demeanor, their characters that they were being, it were just
And
like,
all being mean was so funny.
yeah, and like Noah being like cranky, like even if you haven't seen another K-pop group doing an office skit, you've maybe seen a drama, and it's just exactly like that. It was literally exactly the way that it needed to be for you to feel like it was like, you know, the classic office scenario. But should we talk about the game or should we talk about the end?
Both. Well, we could save the end for the end.
Okay. So yes, they played a game, and I actually don't remember what the game's called. What is it called?
I believe the game is Human Fall Flat.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just Human Fall Flat, like the regular game, but it was a part that I didn't recognize. But the last time I saw anyone play that game was years ago. But it looked just like that game, except that I'm saying, you know, I didn't recognize the part. But like, I'm pretty sure it was that game.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was really funny. Like
Their character outfits,
the outfits were so funny.
so good.
And like,
Bamby was so funny. And yeah, it was just really good. And like how to some degree they like, you know, had their character vibes while they were playing that as well.
Yeah. And like Bambi trying to trap Eunho in like the cart. That was classic. Noah's outfit too though. Like Noah's character. Oh my god. Like why was that actually so funny?
I don't know, man, but it was so funny.
And like you just gotta watch it because there's so many parts when they're playing the game that's like, you know, they're getting trapped and they're like calling for help and they're trying to figure it out, and
like some of them are together but some of them have wandered off alone and like things are happening to them while they're alone. It was really good.
Yeah.
So then the ending?
Oh yes. Oh, the end. The
ending, honestly,
I don't even...
like I was hurting with how much I was laughing.
Yeah. We can't put it into words. It's like we don't want to spoil it if you haven't
honestly,
seen it.
We shouldn't spoil it
Because it's just that good. It's that iconic. But how cinematic.
Yes.
Like, and you know, if you saw the Earth Day live that we talked about, Bambi's ending song, this is an iconic thing for him. And once again, the absolute flawless switching from the intern to the CEO is just like, oh my gosh.
And this is one of those instances of Bambi really just being so Bambi. Like, you know, it's like, I'm sure the other members could have done something like this as well, but like the essence that Bambi is bringing to it is so Bambi that makes it so iconic in this certain way that it's just like, you know, it's got extra layers.
Yeah. And like every time in like the whole live when like Hamin was like gently scolding him, like that was really funny.
Yeah.
And when they're taking the picture and Noah is like yelling at the staff, but like he's still being in character. So he's like yelling at the staff to come over there faster. But like Yejun bursts out laughing like, oh my God, did you really just call the staff over like that? That was hilarious.
It's so funny because it seems so real. Like Yejun's reaction seems so real.
Yeah. So that is another excellent live to check out.
Yeah. I want to just take a moment because there's this one with like, you know, the stuff showing up on the computer monitors and all that kind of stuff and the PowerPoints. And then there's like the beach one where we already talked about all the things that are happening there and the drumming. I just want to say that like, you know, the fact that they have this tech company that is able to do all these things, it's bringing back more of what I was saying in previous episodes about PLAVE. You know, it's just more examples for you to see how it really just seems like a group of people that are so passionate and so like excited to be doing these things. They're like, we have an idea of something that we feel like we could make happen, and we made it happen, and we like thought of all these minute little details to it. Like when they did the Olympic Let's Go episode. Why did I call it Let's Go? The Let's Go episode with the Olympics, where it's like they thought of all of the like classic things to include and they like make it work. Yeah. They do that with the lives too, and it's just so satisfying, and it's just so like, it just makes everything so exciting because it just seems like, wow, like these people really like seem to like have a lot of really good ideas, and they like it so much that they want to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Okay, well, since you mentioned the Olympic Let's Go episodes, which we talked about in part 4, I think we should bring up the September 4th, 2025 live stream with the 4th MC announcement and the sort of mini Olympics, because that was just as good as the Olympic Let's Go episodes.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so do they have a warehouse now? Because how in the world are actually I hope that they have a warehouse, because the way that floor was the way that floor was uneven was concerning if they were on an upper level of a building. I hope that that's ground floor warehouse, because those carts were not rolling straight. But yeah, that was a good one. And like, once again, the fact that it's live and they could have all these different things happen. And that's the other thing, is like, I wish I understood more. Like, you can marvel at the wonders of Astrum and PLAVE's universe and kind of just like live there in that moment, or you can marvel at the tech aspects and the tech wonders of it all. And I do a little bit of both, you know. And so I just like, I started to think, do they have projectors or something? Like, are they projecting images onto the walls and the floor and whatnot? Because like that hopscotch game that they're playing, they just like the ground seemingly looked some other way for something else, and then all of a sudden they're looking down and ready to play the hopscotch game, and I'm like, but they didn't do anything. Like, they're just gonna play this now? Like, how do they know? Like, how do they, you know?
Yeah, like the way they were able to so like smoothly transition and like know what was on the ground, like, yeah, it just seemed weird, like, unless they had some sort of tech that made it so that it could really actually switch for them.
Yeah, like, do they have like two like field markings, one with red tape and one with blue or something? Or is it a projector? Like, but I don't know how mocap works enough to know like if they could have projectors or markings that, like, I don't know how that interferes, you know? So like, yeah. I wonder, but it's just, it's, you watch it and you're just like, wow, okay, they're just gonna like play the next game now? Like, how are they ready to play it already? But they just are.
Yeah, but literally, like, the cart shuffleboard part was iconic. And then that, yeah, you're calling it hopscotch, like hopscotch, rock, paper, scissors, I don't know what you would call it, but that was iconic. But also a highlight was the Chom 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 game, Yejun versus Hamin. That was like, everybody was just losing it. That's like, you know, you're becoming delirious. Yeah. And it's just like so funny.
I forgot about that part. That was good. That was good.
But also, obviously, the fourth MC announcement. This will be a spoiler if you don't keep up with PLAVE at all, but if you keep up with PLAVE in any regard, you'll already know who the 4th gen MC is. But the fact that it's Yejun and it's 4th place, it's just so perfect. I love that so much.
Yes. Okay. To list off a few more that I have seen, but that maybe don't have as many special elements to them. I'll start with the PLAVE Hide and Seek Japan Stories Live that they did on June 26th, 2025. They have quite a few where they like come back talking about stories of, like, you know, that they were making their album recently, they were having concerts recently, they were doing whatever recently, and they're always really good.
Yeah, like
they're always really funny. And you just get all these tidbits where you're listening and you're like, what? Like, what was going on?
Yeah.
And it's such good really, vibes.
Yeah, it is good vibes. It's really interesting to hear about it too. It's like, they're not boring people. Yeah. They're not boring aliens, sorry. But yeah, no, that one is a really good one. And the like dance speed thing that they do at the end is good too. Mm-hmm.
There's a good one that I forgot to write down.
Oh, what is it?
The recent one they did where they were decorating, or like they were showing us how their their rec room, what is it called?
Their like waiting room.
They're like staff room. Their staff lounge. Yeah. They were showing us how that was decorated and talking about it and then buying other items for it. That one was really fun too.
Yeah, I like that one. I just like that one from June 26th. I could just talk about the whole thing because it was so funny and interesting, but I won't. But you should go you should go watch it. Another similar one though, where I feel like they were like kind of referring to the same trip maybe, was the Pledio, if you will, from June 9th, and they talked about Hamin in the pool. Like, unfortunate, but I'm sorry, it was a hilarious story.
Yes. That's the type of thing that you're like, you know, they're laughing about it, so we can laugh about it too, but it also does sound horrible, but like they're making it so funny that like everything must be fine. Yeah, that was so good, and it's funny that it has come up more.
Yeah.
Like they'll bring it up here and there.
Yeah.
Another recent one that also has good story time aspects to it would be the like after concert or before concert, after some of the concerts had happened, the live stream on August 28th, 2025. So they're telling concert stories, which was really fun, and they're having their new hair, which is really fun.
I love that they're making that like regular, like, but they're switching still. They didn't just permanently change it. I love that it's just like a new option. Yeah,
I feel like I will be a little concerned if they like fully switch over to a different hair, but I like that. Yeah, it's another option. Like which hair am I going to wear today? Like it's like having your hair down or in a ponytail, you know. It's like I like that. But the intro, I don't even know what was going on. I don't know why they redid the whole thing. Maybe if you were watching it live it would have made more sense, because maybe there was like some technical difficulties that were happening with like the stream or the internet. I don't know, but oh my God, the commitment, Yejune's commitment to the bit,
crying, screaming out for plea was the most, like, I don't even know the adjective for it, but I really felt something there. Like, I was like, man, I feel like I haven't seen PLAVE in like 20 years.
It was another moment of like laughing so hard that I was in pain. It's just like, you know, you see people being like, oh, please, you know, oh, like, and they like, but he is just like really like, you know, it's as if his heart has been ripped out.
Yeah.
And it's just so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
We all know though, the downside of that live, no Noah, he was sick, but I'm glad, like, that has happened a few times now with different members.
Clip it.
No, I didn't finish my sentence. No. I'm not glad that Noah wasn't in that one. I am glad that they let the members just like, even if it's supposed to be all 5 of them that day, they're like, no, you take a rest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't come just to be, like, to have everybody there. You take the rest. Like, I appreciate that they are allowed to do that.
Yeah. Like, it seems like there are, like, many moments now where if someone is, like, not at their, you know, top wellness condition, yes. If they're not in top condition, it's like, well, we want and need you to be in top condition, so you need to take a day off, you need to rest. That's very good.
Yeah. And I mean, we all know how stubborn all the members are.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, no, like, I can do it, it's fine. But at least like somebody is saying, no, just rest.
Yeah.
But that is a good live though. I like getting to hear like behind stories, especially from the concerts, because I can only imagine how involved and like just how much like of a process it is to have PLAVE concerts.
Yeah. And I wonder, maybe that's normal? I don't watch any group that I feel like I would know that about. Do other groups like have stories of like their concert experiences that they talk about and share? Like after the
Sometimes, but I
concerts?
feel like it's different with PLAVE.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I just think it's a nice nice window into that experience for them, because like if you didn't go to the concert, you don't know about that. You didn't see it, So
Yeah.
well, and they're saying stuff that we didn't know at all maybe, but like sometimes it's like things that happened on stage. And so all the people that were at that
Yeah.
concert know, but they're like, "Oh yeah, when that thing happened, when you did that, when you acted that one way." And like we get to hear about it too.
That is a good point. Like, that is a way that I feel like it's different when PLAVE talks about it. I feel like more like I was there at the concert.
Yeah,
like I feel
yeah.
like if other groups are talking about their concert behind, it's not always as immersive. It's not like always so detailed that it feels like I was there.
Also, I know I won't mention it, but I'm just saying there is already more PLAVE content that we're gonna have to talk about.
Yeah.
The last one that I want to mention that I feel like is maybe one that we have actually like fully seen. I think I already mentioned it before, so maybe I should have said it earlier, but the PLAVE Dash review live from February 6th, 2025, where they go through the Dash choreography and stuff like that, is just so interesting. I really like that one. And I really like any time in a live where they stop and they talk about the song and making like the process of making the song, or the choreography, making the choreography, or like they have everybody get up and like go through the choreography slowly and like talk about it, is so interesting. I feel like I wish that more groups did that, but also I think it makes the most sense to do it if the group made the choreography, like with PLAVE. So I get it if other groups don't, because they're like, so this is when we learned the choreography. That would be a bit different, but that's a really good live as well.
Yeah, I'll also mention the February 13th one for the Dash comeback. That one is really enjoyable. And also, I don't know the exact date of it, but the one where they're talking about hide and seek, but it's like, not the one from June 26th where they're in the field, but the other one.
The one where they're like in the pillars?
In the pillar. No.
Oh.
The hide and seek Japanese version.
Oh, the one where they're on the street tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one has like the way that it ends is similar to the beginning of like the one we were talking about with Ye Jun, like screaming and crying.
Yes.
Like the commitment was really funny. But the hide and seek Korean version live from September 15th, I feel like we just have to mention it, and I feel like we have to mention another one as well that is more recent. That one is just so like natural. Like I feel like in a way that one is like the beach one as well, in the healing sense, like because all the games that they play, like the cone hat game, like they just seem like they're enjoying it like so much, and they seem like they're not being forced to play it. It seems like they're like actually having fun with it, and I appreciate that. Like it's sometimes it kind of feels like a group is like, not really in the content or in the game that they're playing, but PLAVE really like all the time seems like they're so in it, and I guess they kind of have to be, but they like it was kind of getting to the delirious point again in this one. Like they're just running around and they're like out of breath, and Hamin is like poor Hamin suffocating under the cone hat. But it was so funny, and like also like hearing the behind about the Korean version of hide and seek was really interesting as well.
Yeah. Because you brought that up, I thought of two other ones that I don't know the exact dates, but the one that's like the sleepover
Yes.
at Hamin's house,
Mhm.
and the one that's Noah's grandma's house. That's also like well, it's not really sleepover in that one. I feel like it's daytime, but when they're making the pancakes or whatever at the end and stuff, both of those ones are also really good and like really like chill, but immersive.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
The Noah's grandma's house one is the third MC like New Year's one from
right.
January 23rd, 2025, and the Hamin's house PJ party one is September 18th, 2025. And they play Pico Park again, which is really good. And just I loved how casual that was. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, let them lie down and do the live. Like, I don't care if Noah is back there falling asleep. If that's what he wants to do during the live, go ahead, let him. Like, I don't, like, just let them do whatever they want to do, and it's still entertaining.
Yeah, and I love too that they get to, like, I feel like, the company is trying to not let them miss out on anything that other idols might get to do. Like how do they still do those? Like Live V? Or was that a V Live
that was
thing?
a V Live
Oh, because there were Live Vs where like people would just be lying around in their pajamas for the content, and there's like the Isaac with the athletic championships, and then there's like gosh, I just had one other thing and I forgot it. But there's things like that it's like, oh well, PLAVE wouldn't be able to do that though. But they're like, no, we'll make it for PLAVE.
Yeah.
PLAVE can have that too.
Yeah. Like another funny thing about that PJ one though, like funny, but like it was also kind of like sad, I guess. But Eunho talking about his struggles, and they're all like, oh yeah, like you have this, and like like I can't exactly remember the specifics.
It was
But
so
he kept bringing stuff like that up, and the members were all just like, oh yeah.
like once again it was so real. Like it was so funny because he literally is like sitting up and he's like, yeah, see guys, like doesn't it sound like my nose is
yeah.
So, and they're like, yeah, I think you've got rhinitis.
Like it didn't seem like they were doing a live for an audience.
Yeah. But like they are, because they're like, PLAVE.
Yeah.
So like that they are, but like it seems so casual and so immersive and stuff that it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah. Okay, one last one that I know that we have both seen in full that I will mention because I mentioned Pico Park is the first time. Actually, I'm starting to second guess. Is that the same one? Did they play Pico Park and then Kartrider in the same live, or is that two different ones?
They might. There's definitely, I think there is a stream where they're playing two different games. Like when they play Kartrider, I think they play something else.
Okay.
But I don't remember if they play Kartrider and Mario Party at the same time, or like if they play Kartrider and Pico Park. I don't remember.
That's probably the September 23rd, 2024 live is probably that one. I know it's the one where they play Kartrider, but if it's also the one where they play Pico Park, that is really entertaining.
I love when they play Pico Park.
Yeah.
And like, because it's tough. They like to do gaming content, but, games that can be kind of like couch co-op for more than 4 players is not really very common. So like, and I mean, they have to be games that like are accessible to them, like Korean, or you don't really need words and stuff like that. But so Pico Park is always a really good time because everyone can play and you just have to see one screen of viewpoint. So like some other games, like everyone can play, but like they have to switch between the perspectives, which is always a little bit more like, oh, I want to see everything. And then other times, like, not everybody can even play.
I just have to mention when they're playing Kartrider, something that I like still think of and reference because it was just really, it was like such a passing moment kind of, but it was really, really funny when Noah was like, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Like, and it's just like, ramming into the back of other people's carts. That was just really funny, and I think of that a lot.
Let me just briefly do a quick run through of games that I know that they have played, even though I have not even watched them play all these things, but I've seen it in thumbnails. Like, if you are looking for gaming content, I'm pretty sure they have at least played Pico Park, Kartrider, Mario Poppy Playtime,
Mario Party,
Poppy Playtime, Overwatch, Overcooked, and Chained Together.
I forgot that we saw that they played Overcooked.
Yeah, we gotta watch Overcooked. I think that would be really classic.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's maybe one or two other ones that I'm forgetting. I mean, I know they've played a couple of random horror game things that, like, I don't even know what the game is. But yeah, I feel like there's maybe one or two other, like, Human Fall Flat, we mentioned. But yeah, so they've got a good bit this week of game. They've got a good bit of gaming content sprinkled throughout. We just haven't gotten to all that stuff yet.
Okay, well, our last section that we have to mention is live streams that we haven't seen in entirety yet. We have not watched the whole thing, but we still think they're cool or they have good parts and we want to mention them.
Yes. So we can start with the musical live, where Noah, Bamby, and Yejun all prepared a musical cover performance and then performed it. And it had like a lovely theater curtain and spotlight and everything. And they just were like, yeah, so this is the song that I prepared and practiced, and I'm not a musical actor, so like please bear with me, but like here, let me give it a go, and then proceed to absolutely nail it. And then the next person went and the next person went, and that was the only part really that we watched in full, so we don't really know about the rest of it. But I mean,
we got to go back to it at
they
some
popped
point.
off. Yeah, I mean, obviously
absolutely.
we have to watch every single last drop. And that one we found actually because of one of your guys' recommendations in the comments. So leaving the comments, it can impact things truly and really.
Thank you, please.
Thank you. Because we didn't, like, sometimes there's things like that it's like within a live,
Yeah.
And so we got to check that out.
I did know a little bit about its existence, like, concept-wise, because I actually have as a reaction video saved Noah and Bamby's reaction to Yejun's musical song, because that is just like so hilarious. But yeah, like just the way that they're like, no, this is probably just gonna be like, average, don't get your hopes up at all. Like, oh my gosh, like seriously, I'm gonna try, like I practiced, but who knows how it'll turn out. And then literally so amazing, like they did this for me, okay? Like those songs, like their song selection was absolutely perfect for each of them. Like, I can't pick a favorite out of the three of them. I actually did say, though, I think Bamby's In the Moment was my favorite because I felt like the musical element was really suiting him. But they were all so good.
Like, yeah, they popped off. Like, they really make your expectations. I mean, you try to lower your expectations, but at the same time, you're like, okay, but it's PLAVE. They try to lower them, but you're literally like almost insulted that they would have lowered them at all. Yeah. Like, you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And like Yejun's Disney Prince voice, that so good. And so Noah, good. Like you'd think, yeah, maybe he wouldn't suit a musical song, but
it worked.
No problems there. Yeah, it totally worked. Okay. Another one, though, this episode is so long, but we have to mention the driving lives.
The driving lives. Once again, choose which world you want to live in. PLAVE's world or tech world, like Terra. Either way, you're like, wow, this is so magnificent.
Yeah. So they literally, we maybe mentioned it a little bit before at some
We
point,
probably did.
but they're like literally driving through the city.
Literally, but not literally.
Literally, but not,
like
but like literally.
PLAVE is literally driving through
Yeah.
their city.
Uh-huh.
And it's so great.
It's something that you really have to see for yourself. It blew me away when I first saw it, and like I clicked on the live and I was like, what is even actually, like, are they really doing this right now? Like, is this for real? Like, and it was, and I was like, I don't even literally know, okay?
And I love that it's like a perfect, like they made the song Chroma Drift, and then they like were literally like, this is the perfect song for this like synth wave aesthetic driving through the city pop at night thing. So let's just make that happen.
Yeah.
Let's just be in Chroma Drift, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. And like how like they were like maybe kind of losing control at some parts, and like maybe some people are better drivers than others.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. I was gonna mention it way back when you were saying Bamby drowning in the water of the beach episode. It's fun too how they get to like do things that are less realistic, and like you get to have fun with it and laugh about it because everybody's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like if someone was pretending that they were drowning in real water, real based content, you would kind of be like, that was kind of unhinged.
Yeah, that yeah.
And like if they're trying to drive the car, quote unquote, and it's like crashing, you'd be like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, what is going on? They shouldn't be live streaming this right now. But like it's fun, you know?
Yeah.
So then like anytime like that they have Bambi like flying off the back of the car and stuff for like the concerts and stuff, like it's, you get to have those fun elements. It's yeah, it's so good.
Okay, I can think of two more to mention right now. It maybe would have made more sense to talk about it following the musical one, but we saw the Bamby Hamin live from November 14th, 2014. Or sorry, 2014. Whoa. 2024. It starts with karaoke. And we saw a little bit of them playing Mario Party. But once again, excellent. They're doing all of these incredible vocals in live. Let's just all remember that. Every time, everything that we have mentioned today has been live.
It's the live stream episode.
So yeah, that was really good.
And I've brought it up a million times before, but I just love how they love to sing, because like, you know, they're like, I mean, that's true with a lot of idols, but like also a lot of the times I feel like with PLAVE, they will go for it, whatever it is, you know. Well, a good bit of other idols do that for karaoke time. But yeah, I mean, it's good, and it's got these like moments that you just wouldn't have expected. Like there's some song choices that you're kind of just like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, that's a good one. And we have to also mention the producers Pump Up the Volume making live from June 5th, 2024. And we probably once again mentioned this in passing. We have not seen the whole thing yet, but Eunho, Yeojun, Noah were literally doing a live stream where they were like, oh, this is the process of us making a song. Like, we're going to take you through it a little bit. But as they were kind of like working on a demo song, they were like, okay, wait a minute. This is so good. I think that we need to actually finish this, make it a real song, and release it as a digital single. And so that's what they did.
Yeah, I'm so eager and interested to see like how much is done in the live stream, because like we just, or at least I only just saw like a small portion of it, but like already what I was hearing, I was like, yeah, I mean, that's the song.
Yeah.
So like it's crazy because it's such a good song. So like what the heck? Like they just did that. Like just like that.
Yeah. So once again, incredible.
Like it's incredible how sorry. But like I'm remembering like this small tidbit that I was seeing where they were working on the vocals, the lyric parts of it, and they were just like, okay, yeah, so like what if like right here it was just like ba-da-da, and like they just like start singing and they're like, okay, yeah, could you give me a little bit of this? And like the vocals that you get,
Yeah.
it's like, are you kidding me? It's crazy. And so like that aspect of things is kind of what I feel like I mean more so when I say like PLAVE loves singing and will just sing whenever, whereas like some other K-pop groups, I can't imagine them doing that level of like there's certain members in the group that would for other groups, but like I feel like it's maybe more rare to have members that are like, okay, let me just, give you a few bars here. Like, let me just pop off and just sing this in like, a very like vocally confident way.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. I don't know how long this episode is going to end up being.
It's not going to be that long. Don't worry. We've had longer.
If it is long and you listened to the whole thing because you love PLAVE as much as we do, or you just love hearing us talk about PLAVE, thank you for sticking around. And if you liked it, you can like the video wherever you're listening.
Yes, sorry if it maybe like if you haven't seen all this PLAVE content yet, if it seems a little overwhelming because of how much we covered, but just know that you can start pretty much anywhere and have a good time.
Yeah, because that's what we did.
Yes.
That's what we did. And remember to check out our other PLAVE episodes, and you can look forward to more parts eventually, but we don't really know when that will be. We would like to do part 6 for concerts, PLAVE concerts, but it might be a while. But if you're interested in BlushCat's PLAVE content, just subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any future PLAVE episodes. And you can also stick around because PLAVE is having a comeback this month, this November. So we obviously will be talking about their comeback when that happens. So you can, stay here and hear more of our thoughts then. There's just so much good PLAVE content that we just, and we've seen all of those lives and more, but like we had to kind of pick and choose what to talk about today. But it's like we kind of talked about so much because we can't leave it out at the same time. It's like you can only pick and choose so much because you want to just talk about it all because it's all just so good. So yeah, remember to go watch the content for yourselves, and you can leave us a comment and share your favorite PLAVE live streams, recommend us some that we can check out, and whatnot.
Yes, and thank you so much for listening.
Remember to stay meowing. This has been Mimi.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow.